Hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to movie time here. Haha, movie time here. Gonna talk about some of the upcoming films of this year, 2014. I'm gonna talk about some of the movies that I will see and probably hate, and some of the movies that I'm going to see and I will probably love and most likely will love. Um, so let's start off. I'm gonna, give just a couple here that I have written down. A Million Ways to Die in the West. This is the latest Seth MacFarlane movie. Now, I will say, I'm about to enter negative mode here. So, a lot of the Seth MacFarlane fanboys are readying their keyboards to bash me. And to these people, I say, calm down. I'm here to have a real conversation with you people. Now, I bashed Ted, on social media when it first, reared its, what I thought was going to be its ugly head. When I saw the trailer, didn't look funny to me. But then I saw the movie, and even though it wasn't a great film, I had to admit that it was a pretty, successful, funny film from, my point of view. Not saying how well it did in the theaters, but I thought that there was a lot of funny scenes in that movie, and even though overall it wasn't like one of the greatest comedies I've seen, it was a pretty good effort from him. Considering that, his main source of, material and, most of his income comes from Family Guy. A Family Guy right here, but, listen, Family Guy has never been the same since they restarted the show, from its original run, the first 3 seasons. Recently, that show has just been shit. I mean, that show is not funny anymore. Not funny at all. There's been a couple of funny episodes. More than a couples. A lot. There's been a lot of funny episodes, but never managed to recapture that same magic as the first 3 seasons from the way how I see it. And so this is the thing. Seth MacFarlane, he ain't terrible, but he ain't great. The guy is kind of shown that he has a limited, plan for the future, as it goes for his comedy material. Now, Family Guy, I don't know what the ratings are now, but so I'm not going to comment on that. But after seeing the trailer to this movie, now there have been trailers like Ted, for example, and an even better example, Superbad, which I thought was a great comedy. And it looked like shit, and that's because most of the jokes were vulgar, and they can't show a vulgar trailer for some stupid fucking reason. Even if you're going to see an R-rated movie, they still can't show you a trailer with R-rated material in it. Go figure how much sense that fucking makes. But, I turned out to really love Superbad. But this is just, even those trailers, even as toned down as they were, this just looks fucking awful. There's just, the only thing that got me to laugh at any, of the trailers that have been released is the scene where Seth opens up the barn doors, and reveals Doc Brown. And I laughed because, like Spoonie said on his channel, at least, it made you think about Back to the Future, a far superior movie. One of my favorite movies of all time, Back to the Future Part 3. Just love that trilogy to motherfucking pieces. And, it just made me think about better times, but the movie is just, it's a lot of just lame, generic slapstick and all these fucking jokes. Oh, no, you didn't. I mean, like, are you serious? Are they really gonna put that in the movie? Just the fact that they would even do an "oh no you didn't" line in this movie, because it's out of place, because it's in the Old West. Is that supposed to be funny? Am I supposed to be entertained? Just the fact that, they'd even have such poor taste to put that in the film in the first place is just enough proof to tell you it's gonna suck. Man, it's just, it looks bad. It looks really bad. Maleficent. Now, this movie, I've talked to a couple of friends about this. I think it makes me gay because I actually want to see this. But this just looks fucking like it's going to be a great performance from Angelina Jolie. Now, Angelina Jolie was an actress I wasn't too crazy about until I saw Girl Interrupted. After I saw that performance and that, it made me completely forget about them shitty-ass Tomb Raider movies, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, all that fucking bullshit. Angelina Jolie could be a great fucking actress. You just have to put her in the right movie, give her the right character, and she could be your go-to girl. I mean, Girl Interrupted was a great movie. Mostly because of the performances. I mean, Winona Ryder speaks for itself. I mean, I don't know what happened to her, but she's another great actress. But anyway, this ain't about Winona Ryder. This is about Angelina Jolie. And, this just looks fucking fantastic. I mean, I don't care if it makes me gay because I want to see this shit. Because I know it's probably targeted towards female audiences because it's about a fairy tale. But, come on. This just looks like it's going to be great. I mean, it just does. It looks like, not for anything, even if the movie ends up sucking, at least I'll go in the theater and be able to appreciate a good performance. I mean, it's going to be a great performance. Because look at the trailer. I mean, it looks like fucking magic, like she was made for that role. So, I want to see that movie right there. Transformers Age of Extinction. You know this one is going to suck. You just know it, but fanboys are going to keep hyping it up here on YouTube, all over Twitter, all over social media. And why? I know you got the boneheads out there that actually think that the movies were great or something, but come on. This movie now, I know it's got Mark Wahlberg, great actor. After what that guy did in The Fighter, you have to just admire or at least respect the man. You have to at least respect that man for what he did in that movie. That was a great film right there. But, thing is, it doesn't matter if they replace Shia LaBeouf with, much better actor. It's still Michael Bay! Come on! Everything Michael Bay turns to shit. You should realize that. Just like everything that the Medusa looks at in the eye turns to stone. Michael Bay, every single thing that he touches turns into a fucking toilet full of motherfucking shit. It really, that is just the fact of the matter, folks. And, okay, let me explain it for you right here. These Transformer movies, all of them, they're like beauty pageant winners, or just like, let's just go with that example. Beauty pageant winners. Fucking beautiful, fucking A body, looking great. That girl looks great, the movie looks great, special effects, you name it. Hourglass figure, just, explosions and stuff. But just like that girl, no personality, no substance, no fucking anything. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like this girl you've been lusting after for a long time. You ask her out, you go out on a date, and you just sit there and you stare at each other. And you're just like, oh, fuck, this ain't gonna work. You're fucking boring. And that's exactly what I think about when I sit down and watch Transformers. I'm like, oh, man, you're hot. But you're boring, It's just like that, basically. You're staring at something that's hot, sexy. For a special effects standpoint, from the visual standpoint, it's hot and sexy. It's like a fucking visual porno there. Special effects porno. But, no substance, no nothing other than special effects. A boring storyline, just looks fucking thin when it comes to personality. What else we got here? 22 Jump Street, 21 Jump Street. It's just, what was great about that comedy is just Jonah Hill. Man, this guy is just, he's great when it comes to comedy. Superbad, 21 Jump Street, I never got to see This Is the End. I still want to see that movie. I've heard great things about it, so I will check it out eventually when I get the means to do so. When it's on Netflix or something, you know, I really don't want to buy the DVD, but I want to see it. But you know, this trailer just looks hilarious. You know, I don't care who wants to bash her for whatever reason. But 21 Jump Street was just a funny movie. It really was. It just had all the right tools to make you laugh. You know, and I am very hard on comedies. I'm somebody that just, I hate Adam Sandler movies. I do. You know, there's a couple that when I was younger that I found funny, but really at the end of the day, like this is like I'm very tough on comedies. It's hard to make me laugh. I've seen a lot of shit. You know, I'm somebody who appreciates, you know, a more sophisticated sense of humor. It might be hard to believe for some, but you know, I stand by that. I'm very hard to please when it comes to comedy, and just the way how they went about that movie, the dialogue was just expert. It really was, you know, and just genius. And you know, they managed to work Johnny Depp in and have his cameo and it not be cheesy. When's the last time you saw a cameo that wasn't cheesy? It like actually worked. They wrote him into the movie, and it actually, you know, worked, and it wasn't cheesy, and just like face palm and shake your head, you know. So that was impressive that they managed to do that. And you know, it just looks like a funny movie. It really does. It just looks like a good follow-up. And you know, if I'm laughing at the trailer, consistently laughing, then I know that the rest of the movie is just gonna be, you know, it's got to be at least decent. Then you got the Purge Anarchy. Now, why the fuck would they remake this movie? Now they're bringing it on the streets, but the trailer just looks fucking awful. You know, they should have got a clue with the Purge when everybody fucking bashed it. You know, there's not a single person that I know that actually said that they liked the Purge. Everybody pretty much agreed with me what I said. For anybody who I had talked to, and even just people I don't know here on YouTube, all said the same thing. It had a lot of potential for the storyline. Anarchy, you know, what if, the what if scenario comes to mind. What if, you know, complete lawlessness was allowed for a certain amount of time. That's so broad. You could work with so many different things on that film. It was a great idea. Very surprised that nobody ever thought to think of it before. But just, you know, what if? Just what if? You know, it's not the apocalypse. You know, it's, you know, but it's different. It's just like, this is a law for a certain amount of time. You can do what you want. You can kill who you want. Well, you know, what a great idea. Just poorly executed. And once again, they are going to poorly execute this once again. And I am just fucking flabbergasted. And I think it's a different director, as a matter of fact. You know, and that's what's just sad. You know, but where it doesn't even matter. This trailer just looked like trash. There was nothing in it that made me say, like, wow, this is different. This is an improvement. It looked like the same fucking bullshit, really. Just, it's not taking place inside a house. It's outside. You know, this is a movie that you could do different arching storylines. You could just compile this all in, but we all know it's just going to be a 2-hour bore, a 2 hours of wasted potential. And once again, in like a storyline universe that has so many possibilities, but you know, no one's interested, any of the filmmakers, on exploring those possibilities. You know, instead it's cookie cutter, playing it safe, not trying anything original. I mean, why not? You know, in a Hollywood landscape, in a film landscape that where almost every idea has been taken, you get one idea that comes along and it's great, it's awesome, and they failed on every single level. I mean, that was a shit fucking movie. It really was. And this looks like it's gonna. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's even worse. You know, because sequels, that's just naturally how it is. You know, a sequel to a bad horror movie. There's never. I can't even think of any movie that actually improved on a bad movie. You know, that was, you know, in the horror genre, or you know, thriller genre. Last, you know, certainly not least, cliche. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I'm looking forward to this. Now, the Planet of the Apes remake, I enjoyed that movie. It didn't come anywhere close to being as good as the Charlton Heston classic, but it was a good effort. I was entertained. I thought it was a solid effort. I really liked that movie. Yeah, and I just thought it was pretty good. But other than that, I could just say that, I'm just, the trailer looks pretty decent. I'm not excited this time around. I don't know why. I just don't feel like really excited for this movie. I kind of realized something. I liked Planet of the Apes when I saw it, but really I can't really remember the movie. So that probably means that it really wasn't that good, because I can't even remember any scene that I saw was good. I mean, I think that there might have been one scene where one of the apes was like screaming at somebody. I don't know. I'm not even going to attempt to remember it. So, I'm sure if I went back again, I'd probably say it was decent. Who knows? Maybe I'd even hate it. But this is the thing. It's probably just not a very memorable movie. But anyway, I'm going to see it. I'm very interested. Hell, I'm going to see Transformers, because I might as well. I saw the other three, but that's just the way I am. For continuity purposes, I will see Transformers, and I will see Planet of the Apes. But Planet of the Apes will be a lot better, I know that. Planet of the Apes will probably be a pretty decent movie, at the very least. So yeah, there's some movies right there. Oh, I could throw in Ninja Turtles, but I've already said enough about that. It sucks. They look terrible. If the trailer just looks like shit, so you just know that movie. There you go. Anyway, that is it for me, motherfuckers. On Wednesday, I'm gonna go see X-Men: Days of Future Past when I finally get a day off. I'm gonna go see it with my stepbrother. Got that planned out, so hopefully we get to the theater on Wednesday. I will have a review for that movie. But until then, this concludes movie time, guys. See.